You know, there's so many amazing people, places, and spaces to see. And on this show, we are tapping into the vibe and the electric culture of this city. Every single episode, I'm hanging out in a different part of town, from downtown to central Austin, east, west, north, and south. And we're spotlighting some of the most intelligent entrepreneurs, their inspirational shops and eateries, the best music, the hottest real estate, and we're listing all of the energetic events throughout the city. So be sure to watch Lifestyle Austin and see the city like you've never seen it before. All right, let's go swimming. We are now doing a sit-down chat with owner Rikki Wang here at Space Cowboy. I love your audacity. I love that you navigated into the restaurant space from the tech industry and not having been in the restaurant space or industry. How did you pivot, and where did the whole idea come from?
So I always wanted to open my own business. I went to work for General Motors after college. I was a software developer. And then because I wanted to open my own business, I thought it would be great to learn from a smaller company. So I went to work for this inventor. He had a tech startup. And when I was working with him, I learned a lot about his mindset, how to open a business, how to sustain a business, all the processes and engineering. And he gave me a lot of influence of automation. And he believed that automation is what makes the manufacturing process work. And from that, I wanted to take, when I was ready to open my own business, I wanted to take a part of me into the business that I open. So hence the robots that deliver the food and drinks to the guest tables. And so that's how the idea started.
So the time from you coming up with the ideas at the time you opened, how long was that process? And then you were telling me just how tough it was during that process to not only to keep going, but just working towards building toward what you were building toward.
It took me about 18 months. So two parts that took the longest. One was finding the location. It was very hard for me to find a location because there was no landlord, or at the time there was no landlord that was willing to lease to me because I didn't have the restaurant experience and I wanted to open a restaurant, and they know how tough it may be. So most landlords said no. And I remember there was once I went to a location, they said they have 11 applications already. And I asked him, should I even submit mine?
Yeah.
And he said no. Wow. Probably not.
Wow.
So he gave me the idea of finding a location that's probably a little bit out of code so that you can remodel it to bring it back into code. And so that's how I found this location. It used to be a grocery store.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what made you think you could not only introduce something new and innovative, but actually flourish? What made you, what gave you the confidence that you could bring it to what it is now with all the no's and, all the no's that you received, all the pushback you received? What made you know that you could do this?
I don't think I knew. I think I wanted it to work.
Yeah.
I personally, I do have a little bit of self-doubt when it comes to before this restaurant. I think I had a lot of self-doubt in what could happen, what if it fails. All those are pretty normal for me. But I do remember my boss, he had a lot of influence on me, and he would encourage me as well. He said that, every setback is just a challenge for you to learn and for you to improve, but you shouldn't give up on those setbacks. so that you can, keep achieving. Nothing just you can't just expect to open a restaurant and bam, everybody comes, you're really successful. It doesn't work that way. It works in your mind that way, but it doesn't work that way. Yeah. You have to, there's going to be a lot of setbacks and challenges, and you have to walk through and learn from each one of those little setbacks and challenges and keep improving every day. And then one day you might be able to see that, wow, my restaurant's full, everybody likes it. That's when it happens.
Yeah. What is some of the emotion that you feel when you look at the space?
I feel rewarded when I see those moments, especially when the restaurant's full, when it's loud and chaotic, and at the same time it's working orderly. I think that's what that in those moments I do feel rewarded and fulfilling.
Here's your first look at events and things to do, brought to you by our friends at Giant Noise PR. It's ACL Weekend 1. On the lineup this weekend, Hozier, Doechii, T-Pain, and so many more. Tickets may still be available. Just check out lifestyleaustintx.com. Boo in the Zoo kicks off this weekend through the month of October on Fridays and Saturdays only. Bring the kids in their costumes and experience the Austin Zoo in the dark. There'll be train rides, haunted houses, and so much more fun. Grab tickets at lifestyleaustintx.com. Figure out your fate over a drink at Midnight Cowboy as they continue their popular Arcana Tarot menu every Wednesday in October. Purchase a drink and tarot readings are free. Find out more information about each of these events and so much more happening throughout Austin and Central Texas. Just visit lifestyleaustintx.com. Thank you so much for joining us on this East Austin episode of Lifestyle Austin. Be sure to watch other episodes to see amazing stories of some of Austin's most intelligent entrepreneurs. And be sure to follow us on social media to keep up with what's going on throughout Austin. Thank you again for watching this episode of Lifestyle Austin. I'm Catenya McHenry. We will see you next time.